Hello, risen Savior. Man, yesterday was an incredible day as we gathered here for worship, and Pastor Ron had an incredible message for us as we continue this Red Letter Challenge. And this week we're looking at that challenging idea of forgiveness. And as Pastor Ron shared with us yesterday, forgiveness really starts with Jesus. It starts with us receiving the incredible forgiveness that Jesus gave us through what he did for us. And it's out of our being forgiven that we're ready to forgive. But there was something you said yesterday that I thought was incredibly profound and incredibly helpful. It's this idea of, we oftentimes think of forgiveness being something that's hard for us. But you talked about how forgiveness isn't just hard for us, but it was incredibly hard for God. Talk more about that.
Yeah, thanks, Pastor Kevin. It was, so I was preparing for the message, it occurred to me, the obvious is that for us to forgive someone, at times it's hard. Not for little infractions, right? Those you can just dismiss. But when you've really been hurt, to actually forgive someone, which, say, I'm not going to think about this anymore, I'm not going to hold it against you, that's hard. But I thought we never really contemplate, what does that mean for God? We talk about God's forgiveness so much, right? And about how it's complete and how he's done everything for us, which is all absolutely true. But I wonder sometimes we sort of miss that this wasn't easy for God. I mean, we can go all the way back to creation. God creates a perfect universe, a perfect world, and he puts Adam and Eve in it, and the one thing that he asked them not to do, they did. And in that instance, his perfect universe was ruined. And then you think about Jesus as far as what he was willing to do for us. He leaves heaven, becomes one with his own creation, forever changed, right? Fast forward even to Holy Week. And here are the guys who are the 12 closest friends that he has. Yeah. One of them betrays him, right? And we kind of skip over that. We always just, bad old Judas, right? Jesus knew about it. That had to hurt, right? Thomas, right? I mean, doubting that he's even alive. You've got Peter, who abandons him at his hour. All of them running away. Remember, he was human, completely human. That was a painful experience, but he was willing to do that, and even more, and give his life so that we could be forgiven. That is a tremendous price that he paid. And I just think it's important that we don't gloss over that we don't become so accustomed to it that we lose the impact, that it cost him everything, and that it was hard. It was hard to earn our forgiveness.
And I'm not going to sugarcoat it. This week in the Red Letter Challenge is going to be a hard week. We're going to talk about stones. We're going to talk about planks. We're going to talk about this idea of letting go of stuff that maybe we've held on to for a long time. But this is a huge week in terms of our walk with Jesus. Is forgiving others can have an incredible impact, not only upon other people, but upon us. Have a great week, Risen Savior.